So they will share a bit more about their super interesting product and how Tally can fit into all of that. So you probably need to switch laptop.
Yes.
I won't talk in the meantime because I don't know what to tell you guys. So. I mean, who here knows Framer actually? Okay, then we can introduce it real quick with one sentence. That's someone usual. Who here has ever built a website? And of those, who has coded the website? We're gonna code it again. Okay. Nice. And here? Oh, here. Oh, okay. Cool. Very rigid. Okay, nice. Do you want to maximize the screen? Okay, so I mean, today we're just gonna introduce Framer real quick, but we actually want to show you some work that our like users do with Framer because I think that's the best way to actually talk about it. But then we're gonna do something for Tally, very fun, that we're gonna all participate on it, and we're gonna show you something that I didn't know was recorded, but in theory we cannot show on camera. It's okay, we'll do it. It's fine. So yeah. So well, I mean, Framer in a nutshell is literally you can build your website, you can design everything, you can build it with no code. I can actually show you a bit, just real quick. Like if you take one of the templates, you can just get started. I'll just take one of the staff pics. I'll take one that it's free because I'm not gonna go through the pain workflow right now. But yeah, basically it's free. You can all actually pay and have to pay. Give me a sec. Well, I'll just go and pick another website. Oh, I think I just gotta. I'll just take an agency website. One sec. So yeah, there's a lot of basically templates, so you can have a look at them and you can pick one yourself. I'll just pick this one. Use it. And basically that duplicates the project. You can also create your templates and sell them here. We don't charge anything for it. You just create yourself. Oh my God. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just show you some other things. I'll just show you some client websites. And then we'll see how to publish in Framer. But yeah, this is, for example, a restaurant. And this basically like, you scroll and you can have these cool effects. It's pretty nice. You have like, well, your menu, etc. You have like a map embed and our story. The nice thing as well is we can drag them.
Yeah.
I cannot really drag them in this position because it's very uncomfortable. Maybe Blakes, you can do it. Do you want to do it?
Sure. This one shows that it's this is all built into Framer without code, so you can like create effects very quickly with just clicking around a bit.
Yep. Then do you want to go to the next screen because I cannot use all my fingers. Another website that is cool with like this one is like a 3D design website. We just chose like some random ones to like show you a bit. But it's like you can obviously have videos and you can have loading screens, like very cool. And nice overviews, videos of course. And some appear effects. And then another one is this one, which is a festival. It's just like fun, like other use case. Another one is portfolios. Of course, like everyone needs to show themselves to the world. So yeah, you can create portfolios, and this one has some cool horizontal scroll. So yeah, like I mean, you can obviously go into the project and check out the project a bit. And next one. And then what I wanted to show you a bit, it was like, well, this one is also really fun. This is like an NFT project. And then, well, just sit down. And then you can scroll down, and this thing keeps on like having weird things. It's really fun. Yeah, and then you have these like tiny scroll effects. But of course, there's also other ones that are like a bit more like a bigger website. And I want to show you like a use case, for example, Lottie files. Do you know Lottie files? So they use Framer for the website, and they use actually, this is a Framer website, like this landing page specifically. And they use these like as A/B testing in their product as well to like different prices, localization, and etc. And they use Framer for landing pages basically. So they have their main website, lottie.files.com, is in like their own stack, but then they use Framer for landing pages for like the different iterations, and also for personalizing landing pages for Korea, for example, for Japan, which are new markets that they are also exploring. And then the two last ones that I wanted to show you are a bit bigger websites even. Well, this one is the Set Up Your Brand website, also made in Framer. But then the next one is MessageBird. Do you know MessageBird? No? Well, this is more like a bigger website with a lot of navigation, etc. So you can basically like have like documentation, solutions, etc. And they also have it localized with Weglot. So they have like, you can basically localize it. Right now he has the computer in English, so it's in English. But if you have a computer in Spanish, it will appear in Spanish actually. And yeah, I think now it's time for the actual thing that we wanted to show, which is the fun part. Yeah. So, I don't know if you've ever seen Framer before. Liz is gonna show this because she's actually working on it. But we actually now want to create a website real quick for Tally. So, Marie, where are you? Pitch us Tally. Tell us something about it. How would you define, like, you want to create a website?
So we like to call it the simplest way to create forms for free. So that would be the tagline.
Okay. Do you want to tell us something else? I don't know. What we'd like the website to look like or to be?
We use illustrations. We have pink is our main color.
Pink?
We can choose that later.
We can try it, but let's see.
Well, these still work in progress. That's why we couldn't show it. But
We use the insert font. I don't know if that is.
yeah, we can take that later.
What else?
Tell me something like the simplest way to create forms for free. That is a rule compared by engineers. Cool. Oh, perfect. Does that sound good? Don't you think it's like the simplest way to create forms for free? Isn't it awesome or something? You don't want to put an awesome there? No. Okay. We can change it later. Simplest and most awesome way to create. Okay, let's go. So we press next, and then basically Framer, like you can also create it yourself, by the way. If you're a designer or like a person, you can just do it yourself. Basically, yeah, Framer is gonna generate the copy for the website. It's gonna like basically parse the website a bit and like just start trying to explain what Tally is and like based on like content. Well, it's ChatGPT, so surprise. But like basically like yeah, then there's your regular format here, Tally beauty fonts, etc. You can obviously choose. It goes like yeah, it's definitely faster than a human creating a website thing. Although with the templates you can do it really fast. But yeah, you can also join the Tally squad because yeah, they're hiring. So yeah, and you can also you have on the right side you have basically like the color palettes. These are like pretty fine for now. Yeah, and then you can choose it, and you can also change a bit shuffle it a bit, and also shuffle the font if you're not happy with it. Is this Inter actually?
Yep.
It's Inter, so that's nice. And yeah, you can also shuffle the different blocks. And of course, you could then personalize it. This is like a really fast way to get started for everyone, you know, like if you're creating a portfolio or so on. And yeah, of course, Tally's website right now looks like so much better. But yeah, it's a nice start, let's say. And then the fun part about Framer is that these are canvas, so you can just design. Of course, we just design it with AI, but then you can just publish, and then this is an actual website. And it has all the responsive breakpoints. Like right now, it doesn't have any like, it doesn't have any like effects or so because we haven't added, and we don't have time to show you how to right now to do it. But yeah, it's just so simple. So I don't know, do you want to add something else?
Yes, I just wanted to add a caveat that this is just us dipping our toes with helping people get started quicker. AI is really the most hyped word at the moment, of course, and it's really cool what you can do with it. We're trying to figure out how to like do the human part and the generation part to get you started quickly. So this won't magically make all the art and all the content and everything for you at once, but it's a good starting point. We're still just experimenting, so I'm showing it to you very early. We haven't shared this anywhere, so please don't like go and tweet all about it. But you'll see more about this soon. And yeah, another cool thing we think that we can do with this kind of stuff is that you can like have like this kind of ways to rewrite parts of your page. Oh, wow, it's getting really creative.
Long title.
Yeah, you got to stop it at some point. The AI will take over.
You can tell it later to make it shorter. But yeah, and the nice thing also is like you can actually embed a Tally form anytime, like if you like in your website. So yeah, with Notion we don't still have integration, but it's a plan. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, my job is done. We have a new website. Any questions?
Hi guys, thanks for the presentation. I wanted to ask, because I've known you when you were like a design tool, what made you pivot? Like, what was your thinking process from pivoting to a Figma-like tool to a website building tool?
Yeah, so we were specialized in design and prototyping, but we saw that people actually created such real stuff already with what we had, that if it just could be real, that would be much more fun. So then we thought like, yeah, I mean, we're literally one step away from the real thing. We were always, like, well, always not, like before we were JavaScript, but after with Framer on the web, we're React. And like, at the end of the day, the web is React and everything. So we're just a tiny step away from that. So we tried it and it worked so far. So yeah, anything to add?
Perfect.
I have a follow-up question on that, because actually, I created our first prototype in Framer, I think 2 years ago, and people were really happy with it. Now I created like an MVP. People are kind of happy with that, but not as happy as they were with the prototype. Like that prototype that I created a couple of years ago, can I like pop it with data and then publish it, or how does that work?
I mean, I would need to know more about your prototype and how you build it. But yeah, I mean, whatever you do, like Framer sites, basically, is like we basically put all the features that people were asking for. For example, for a prototype, you also need responsiveness, right? Or effects, or animations, or these kind of things without code. And people were asking for that all along. So Framer sites is just a way to do the same. You can prototype in Framer sites if you want. So yes, you can also connect it with data. That requires a tiny bit of code now, but there's a lot of documentation about it. So you could, yeah. Anyone else?
There was a question.
Yeah, I had a question about the, I can't remember the brand that's using Framer, I was going to say Tally, to A/B test their landing pages. Is the A/B testing, like, is there any A/B testing feature inbuilt in Framer, or is that they just use it because you can generate landing pages super, super fast?
So, no, in Framer, we don't have an A/B testing feature ourselves because there's a lot of tools that do that really well, and we trust them. So, they use actually Lottie, I think they use like a growth book, I think, really well, some kind of A/B testing tool. And they just iterate really fast, like, because it's literally you update, you change something, you publish, and it's live. If you want, you can also stage it, but that's what they do. Thanks. That's it.
Thanks so much. Thanks for the scoop. We won't tweet about it. I promise. Thank you.